All Day and a Night, a film brought to you by Netflix, which will be streaming exclusively on Netflix May 1st. This film is directed and written by Joe Robert Cole. Joe Robert Cole also co-wrote Black Panther. And this film is a story of self-discovery and empathy with tons of powerful messages, great performances, and overall just a really moving project. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I so cannot wait to break this down for you guys. But before we get started, let's read the synopsis really quick, and then we'll jump into it. So, about All Day and a Night. As a soft-spoken Jahkor Abraham Lincoln, played by Ashton Sanders, struggles to keep his dream of rapping alive amidst the gang wars in Oakland, his ill-fated life and real-world responsibility drive him further and further across the line of right and wrong with tragic consequences. Landing in prison beside his father, JD, played by Wright, whom he never wanted to be like. Ja embarks on an unlikely journey of self-discovery, exploring the events that unite them in hopes of helping his newborn son break a cycle that feels unavoidable. So again, this film is a story of self-discovery and empathy, and it's just really, really put on display on so many different counts. But let's talk about this really quick. Ashton Sanders, who's, from Moonlight, did a phenomenal job. Love Moonlight. Did a phenomenal job in Moonlight. And ever since then, I just been like, this guy's going to be a star. Super excited to see him in this film. Did a tremendous job in it. Absolutely nailed it. Ever since its beginning scene, he's a phenomenal talent. I just really can't wait to see him continue to grow and grow. And then there's Jeffrey Wright, from recently of Westworld, but from so many different projects. And Jeffrey Wright is just the absolute man. Yes, sure, he's always had that really tradition he's had that role of the nerd, the traditional nerd, or tech guy, whatever it may be. But seeing him as the father, like a thug in this one, the guy can do anything. He's so good. The guy, the first thing you see him on is going to be mind-blowing. You're going to be, oh my God, Jeffrey? So, super good job from Jeffrey. And then there's so many other up-and-coming faces and other notable faces that you know in this project. So overall, the cast is just really put together really well to really make this project come together. But, this movie really did waste no time getting you into the action. Like, even the first scene, you're just like, holy hell, did they really just, they went there already? So, like, yeah, it really wasted no time into throwing you into the heat of things and really letting you know the tone of how everything's set. So, that was cool. But, I think what's cool about this is that, so this film starts off with like more of the current day end result of things, and then it reflects back several months, and then it's just the timeline of circumstances and how the system really set Ja up on this path. And while doing so, while leading up into these events, he narrates the film as well. And it really, not only does it give you a visual depiction of what's happening, but, verbally, it really sets the tone and complements every scene in case, you're not able to really decipher what's happening. The narration absolutely helps because, like, again, this film is in East Oakland, California. And if you don't know, then you will know about just, how the gangs or the gangs, drugs, the hoods and everything, how that all happens over there for, numerous years. So with that being said, I thought it did a really good job in really cultivating, really capturing the authenticity of that area. Whether it's from the music, the attire, the clothes, the overall appearance, the dance, the parties, the lingo, all that. I feel like they did a really good job in putting it all together. And speaking of the music, yeah, sure, there's a lot of notable rappers that's on this soundtrack, but there's also some original music on it as well. Now, granted, I am not a fan of original music. I really don't. I really hate the original rap, shall I say. from either be film or TV. It's just not film. It all comes off cheesy to me. But I gotta say, in this project, the beats were hot, and the snippets of the songs that they had on there, I thought they were pretty dope as well too. And they're snippets because again, John's trying to be an inspiring rapper, so you don't really truly get the entire song. You just get little flashes of the talent. So hey, he might have a career before this acting career that we don't know about. But a lot of that is just really surreal because a lot of people, and especially rappers, can tell you that they want to escape that life, so they chose the life of rapping over the life of drugs and crime and all that other good stuff. So that makes this just really relatable for people. But again, it's just a young African American man in East Oakland who's just really trying to. He's under a lot of circumstances with his family, his job, and just everything. And, while all that's happening, he's just really trying to make an honest life. And, honest life, honest money, and rapping is his way out instead of turning to drugs. But the city is built for, the youth to turn to that direction because it's so easy for them. And then it's right there in their face no matter where they go. But he just really tries again to break the cycle so that that his newborn son doesn't have to follow suit. And overall too, he's a soft-spoken guy, so he never wanted that life, period. But as much as this movie does focus on Ja, you do get small doses of other characters and how their city really molded them as well. So you see other people's circumstances differ from Ja's life, but also how it influences his life. And that goes for other nationalities and so forth. So you see some discrimination, you just see other struggles, you see other people who don't have struggles or discriminated. So you do see the dynamics of how life differs for different people in that city. And then quite frankly, it's just really all surreal. I feel like it's really authentic, and I feel like it really depicts everything for the right tone and just and just how severe some of these situations are. So I really do appreciate that nonetheless. But the biggest that I really want to talk about really quick is this, like, how his upbringing really molded him into the man he's become, and how, like, no matter what, it just all comes full circle for him in his film. The things he avoided, it was unavoidable, because, like, his upbringing really did prepare him to survive in jail, but not really survive on the outside, or how to live outside of bars. So it's just, it's like a really mind-blowing statement to even say, because it's like, what do you mean? Meaning that, him being a product of his city teaches him that survival instinct. They said in the movie, slavery taught, people how to survive, not to live. And, that's a product of what he is in his city. He's truly learned how to survive, and he's been preparing his whole life to survive in jail, but not have to thrive outside of it. And you just see the dynamics of it as this movie just transgresses, and it's really phenomenal. It's a powerful message. It's just moving, and like at the end of it, I didn't know how I felt. I was just so moved and kind of speechless that the movie just it went there, and it just did it was just really good execution. That when viewers watch this, you're gonna feel something for sure. No matter if your life relates to this or not, no matter if you know somebody that's going through something like this or not, either way you're gonna feel something, because it's just that powerful. But All Day and the Night is a film you definitely want to check out. It will be streaming on Netflix May 1st, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. Please come back in the comments and let me know. And until the next review, I'll catch you later.